everyone. This is Janine Marie, and if it's Thursday for you, happy Thursday. I'm glad to have you. If you are not a subscriber and you like the content that you see, I'd like to welcome you to subscribe to my channel. If you find that it's not for you, then you can always unsubscribe. It doesn't cost anything one way or the other, but you might learn something new. And that's where I'm going to get to my next segment here. So we're going to be talking about quantum healing hypnosis technique and what that means to me and my own personal experiences with it as a practitioner. So please stay with me. Well, thank you so much for staying with me. I'm so glad to have you here. I'm going to be talking about my personal experience and how QHHT, or Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique, as created by Dolores Cannon in 45 years, and through 45 years of her own experience and reading a lot of the case studies, and how becoming a practitioner level 1 and now practitioner going into level 2 has affected my life and has really changed it for the better. Number one, the first thing that I noticed is QHHT found me. Dolores Cannon found me. And when I say late Dolores Cannon, she has been in spirit, I believe, since 2014. So, she, I believe, found me. And that's the only way I could say it. There wasn't anywhere I could go on the internet, in a forum, on YouTube, anywhere that I could go where there wasn't an advertisement or Dolores wasn't speaking directly to me through any of her videos or any of her presence or anyone who was talking about her. It was like she wanted me, along with many others, to know this process, to understand it, and to give it to others. It is an amazing process. It has helped me tremendously in learning how to forgive others, and even more so, learning how to forgive myself as a process of healing, because we're inundated with memories, and they don't have to be past life memories, even though in a very deep level they can be, but a lot of the memories that I was going through were memories as I was raising my children, as I went through another marriage, as I went through divorce, as I went through some of the traumatic things in life, like not just raising my children, but losing 2 of my children. And I say lost because they left their bodies and now they are in spirit, even though they are not lost. They are here, and I feel them very deeply with me, especially even more so now. And so, when you go through especially a tremendous loss as a parent, especially a mother, because when we're a mother, the cells of the baby actually circulate through our system as our cells circulate through the baby. We become one as we are growing that baby inside of us. And those cell streams kind of continue to go through us even after birth for a period of time. And even though they cut the umbilical cord, the spiritual umbilical cord is still there forever. And I mean forever. It's like you just can't kick it if you tried. And I know that to be true because I know I can't. It's like every experience, the good and the difficult, came rushing back into my life as I went through grief and some of the memories. I started to feel like, oh my goodness, was I ever a good mother? Or did I do the right things? Did I make the right choices? And it became something that I was very fixated on. And it got really hard to get through my everyday life. So forgiving my children was a real important start to also forgiving myself, because we all make mistakes and they're always more traumatic to ourselves than other people might say they are. But, for me, I feel everything. I'm an empath. I could feel my children even at a distance. They could be 2,000 miles away, and I still feel for them, and I feel their existence and their heartbreaks and their difficulties. And when their heartbreak leaves this earthly plane, my heartbreak was left behind. And it was like I was carrying both their heartbreak and my own. And it became very, very crucial for me to make a move on something. I needed to forgive them, and I needed to forgive myself. And forgiving ourselves doesn't release them from anything they might have done, and them forgiving us doesn't release us either. But forgiveness is such a healer. It is a part of love. It is a part of our existence, and it really is a part of healing and release. So number one, that was something that became very paramount for me. If I was going to do this work at all, I needed to be focused, and that meant a lot of the garbage had to go. And so it was taking out the trash time, okay? Trash day was going on for, I think, 2 years. And that's a long period of time, but I don't expect anything to be fast unless you have a QHHT session and you walk out and you go home and you discover, wow, I think that I really am better. And you know, when we hold certain things inside of our body that are of an emotional nature, it becomes a physical problem. So, you know, we hold anger in our bones. We can, you know, hold different emotions in our body. We find that we're having kidney problems, or, you know, these aren't some of the things that I have had, but, you know, our emotions really affect our bodies. So that forgiveness has been really important. The other really magnificent thing that I have discovered that kind of, it's like at first, it just really didn't dawn on me, but I started having extremely vivid dreams that were just amazing. Interaction with my children who are passed over, interaction with my children who are living at a distance away, interaction with family members, my mother, my father, people that I have never seen before, which could be those from a past life. They could be those that I might have just bumped into briefly and don't remember, or just those that are around me. And so the dreams became more and more important to me, and they started to come more and more often. And they would happen at night, they would happen in the morning. It didn't matter. If I took a nap, I was dreaming. Very lucid, very vivid. I was changing the diapers of my crossed over daughter, and she was not a baby when she left her body, but I was there holding her once again, and I could feel all of it in my dreams. My son, who had passed over and crossed over years before her, he would be standing next to me as I was changing her as maybe a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old. And my parents would be with me. And, you know, all of these scenarios were being created that I never experienced before. They weren't this life memories. They were actual dreams that I was actually interacting with my loved ones. And at one point I had all 5 of my children with me. I had my parents with me, and they have been both crossed over for a period of time. But I had old friends with me. I mean, you name it. I have had scenarios in my dreams that have absolutely been amazing. And the most amazing part, aside from seeing them, experiencing my children and my loved ones and my friends, and even those that are friends that I'm now making in spirit, if that makes sense, is when I woke up, I could still feel them. And I was just happy, and I have been just happy. So if you've been grieving any period of time, especially the loss of your children, you know when you have a happy moment, it is a real astounding time. You feel like, wow, I would wake up and my smile would not stop. I would just grin from head to toe because I could feel the love that was there. And that has been so enormously healing. And that, a lot of it just comes from the belief, you know, in QHHT and the afterlife and how the afterlife really functions when we leave this body, because we have a lot of misconceptions and a lot of us are raised with a lot of misconceptions. So when you see the truth, when you experience the truth, when you know the truth, and it sets you free, it's an amazing thing. You feel extremely, extremely blessed and happy. And so, you know, it has not stopped to this day. It's been experience of maybe the last couple of months, and it's amping up even more so. I'll have several dreams in the course of my 8 to 9 hours sleeping time, and I need more sleep now than I used to as I heal. But Dolores always, you know, said that when we go through our dream state, we leave our bodies and we go on adventures. We don't always remember them, but we go on adventures and our body will rest. And that's why sleeping is just so important. It's why dreaming is so important. But I have been so blessed to be able to remember them. And it has been, I think, something that was planned, not by me, but by those who are in spirit that support me. And of course, my greater support system that comes from who I call God. And a lot of the rest of you might identify that beautiful loving force as the source or the creator, but I call my creator God interchangeably. And I really feel that beautiful, overwhelming presence of God in me and God outside of me, and seeing God through others. And this has become real important as our world starts to evolve almost into a world that seems a little bit more harsh. But I'd like you to keep in mind that our world is transitioning, and a lot of times things start to feel worse before they feel better. Quite often when people receive physical healings, it will actually hurt more or seem worse, or the condition will be worse, and over a period of time it will be better and then gone. Some people receive instant healings, but you know, our earth, our world is being healed. Our universe is always active in maintaining and watching over the planets, our solar system. I believe our entire solar system is going through a transition and a healing, but definitely our world. And I really believe we are going to arise in one lifetime at some time or period of time to a world of peace and glory, and a world that has transitioned into something that has been so perfected that it won't be a harsh place to come to. It'll be a beautiful place to come to. I know I leave this body during my sleep because I feel it every single day, every single night, and I know I am better for it. So I just really wanted to share that with you because a few of my videos, I have shared some of my grief experiences. Now I get to share with you some of my healing experiences, and I'll continue to do that as I go along and prepare for the exam for practitioner level 2. I'm so excited to do it. I'm so excited to get there. I'm so excited to tell you all about it. I hope that I get an opportunity or have an opportunity to see you at some point in time. If you're ever in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, please let me know. And you just never know, and I might have an office outside of my home, and that could be coming up very, very soon. So please stick with me. And if you have any questions, let me know. You can email me at the email address that I put in the description box. And of course, I will give you the link to my websites, which basically are my blog sites, and also to Dolores Cannon's site as well if you want to check out becoming a practitioner. So with that, I'd like to just leave you with beautiful thoughts and feelings. I want to send some peace to you today and just let you shine in that peace. Let's just take a moment. Just breathe in some peace and breathe out some love and peace. And just love yourself and love others today. Above all else, forgive yourself, because that could be the beginning of your healing journey as well. I love you from here. Many blessings and namaste. And I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye-bye.